Welcome back to REMIC TV. I hope you enjoyed your little break. You are watching The Elephant in the Room. I'm Jasmine, and today we are talking to Sonia and Sonia, two twins who have started their own business and are about to take over the world. So ladies, before we took our break, we were talking about your business. So tell me more. You have these seminars, conferences?
Yes. So we like to label them as healing events. Okay. So what it is, for example, we'll start the night with some spoken word, some inspirational singing to open up the event. And then what happens? Lyrical dancing, and then we have some women that will say, okay, you're going to go up and speak your stories ahead of time. So they're already on the program. But then we have the openness of where we open the platform, the stage, for any other women that feel the need that they want to go up and share their story. Okay. And they're not pressured to share a lot. They can share as little or as much as they want. Right. And we found that for a lot of women, because remember, a lot of things, and it's perfect, the elephant in the room, a lot of women, it's a taboo what they've been through. In certain cultures, you don't speak about certain things. You got to keep it on a down low. And we're talking about abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, like those main things, right? So a lot of women have held this in for years, and what happened with that now is they're in relationships, and it affects the relationship, affects them being mothers and so forth, and they don't know, some women don't understand as to why they can't move forward because they're being held back from their past. So this platform allows them to go up and speak and share with whoever, get it off their chest as a symbolic way to say, you know what, I'm moving forward. So the platform is open for any woman that wants to go up and share their story. The events are predominantly for women only, right? Okay. But not that we're bashing men or trying to keep them out of the equation. It's just that right now sometimes women find support. We're trying to foster that feeling of I'm your sister, I'm your friend, let's be supportive. Because women have time that we could be very catty, you know? And so at this point we're saying, okay, let's be there for one another, let's do this, let's try to heal each other. Because some things that women go through, men necessarily don't understand it, you understand? But another woman can say, oh my gosh, I feel the same way. You know, I've been there, I know that, and this is how I was back then, this is where I'm at now. So this is what these events do, what they foster. At times we will open up for men, because once again, as part of the dynamic, men are part of it, a part of our lives as well. So once in a while we want them to come into our world with these events, and either they, like the last one we had Her Story History, right? And the men were the ones that were on stage speaking about their story, because once again, when you have issues, like separate issues, like women have their issues, men have their issues, and then when you come together, it just comes explosive. So we need, and a lot of men, what their issues tend to be like, my father wasn't around, so I may not necessarily know how to act in a relationship, or I don't know how to be a man in a relationship because I wasn't taught, you know. And some of them were raised by single mothers that were going through the motions, and I hate using the word women and bitter, but the reality is that there is bitterness because of the situation that you're in, right? So then it becomes explosive, and then we don't have daddies in the home because mommy's emotions are all around. But rightfully so, it's like she has reason for it to be all over the place, but we have to know how to now get our emotions and put start a dialogue. Exactly, start dialogue and get in touch with it. So that's what the platform of Satisfying Her Soul is. Events is to go and inspire each other, encourage each other, network as well. Sorry, thank you. So you can get into that part.
Well, what we also encourage is that a lot of women that might be having issues or going through life situations, they're also business owners and very successful at it too, right? So we promote networking. So anytime we have these events, Satisfying Her Soul, we always encourage the women to bring their business cards or any pamphlets, information according to what their business is, so we get, you know.
Do you think that these women being business owners, entrepreneurs, like strong, powerful women, have contributed to the issues that they bring to your conferences? Like perhaps being in that position of power has caused some of the situations. If they're in the position of power, then maybe they have a bad relationship because they're not paying attention.
Well, that can happen, because what I find with myself, because I have my husband for 17 years, right? And we were, when we first started business, we were going through the whole thing of where I'm saying, if it was you, I would be there, and it would be expected that I have to support you. And I find that, and I'm generalizing right now, that sometimes with men, right, initially as women, when we go out and try to do something outside of the home, they tend to always kind of have that reminder, remember that your family comes first, remember this, remember that, but yet they're able to just go and do it. Do you understand? Right. So we had to get it where we said, my husband had to have that dialogue where I said, I need your support in this, and where I can, and that's why we're partners, that's why we're married, is that when one can't fulfill the role, then the other one jumps in, you understand? Yeah. So now that we're getting used to it, because now he understands, and he's one of our major supports, you understand? But originally it was like I had to kind of let him know that I need your support, you know what I mean? I don't need for you to be there saying, well, remember you didn't do this, remember you didn't do that, remember this, remember that, because I'm still mom, I'm still wife, and now I want to be a business owner, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it regardless. So back to your question when you said that sometimes it could, yes, it definitely will affect our relationship if the maturity in a relationship is not there. You understand? So so a lot of women that come out, some of them are saying that, yeah, I'm having issues at home with my husband and so forth because I'm trying to pursue this. But they need to recognize as a man goes out as well and tries to do for the family, as women too, we're trying to do and go out and do for the family. So we're looking for that support. So that's why with our networking with the Satisfying Your Soul, we're trying to also show that we encourage, we support you as well, because we understand what you have to go through, the factors that you have to go through that's going to inhibit you or kind of challenge you growing your business. So we try to foster that as well.
What inspired you guys to create such a safe place for women to be what happened in your lives that you wanted to help others?
Well, I personally, what happened with Satisfying Her Soul, that was created through pain, and it was my pain, right? I was married, separation was hard to deal with, trying to figure out, okay, that's gone now, who am I now, right? Right. So I started to tweet, Twitter and Facebook, and anytime I had like something that I was sharing from the heart, I would start off with Satisfying Her Soul, because every time I wrote what I had to write, I then felt like, okay, I can exhale now, right? Okay. So I didn't know exactly where that was going. I used to always get people inboxing me and saying, you need to write a book, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I didn't see myself in that place, like writing a book or whatever, right? So then we had, we had a lunch for our business, right? So what it was, it was a 1-year anniversary of our business, so we had a big party kind of thing, right? It was an event. But we also had a beneficiary, which is Dr. Ra's Healing Place, which is quote unquote, we don't have to use it, but it's a place for abused women and children. Okay. So a shelter, but not really a shelter, it's a healing place.
It's a healing place, yes.
So from there, the spin-off came, so from that event, we got a lot of feedback from women saying they loved how the whole night was played out, they loved everything about it, right? So then Sonia and I got together and we said, okay, you know what? Let's have a meeting place for women every month where we can get together and we can, heal together, focus together, and do everything together. And then that's where we decided to call it Satisfying Her Soul. So that's where it came about.
Do you guys think that being twins has helped you grow this business more than other people would have an advantage?
It definitely helped with our branding. You know why? Because and our names too. That's why I say that everything is like just God designed, because everybody said, Sonia, that's funny, your dad, but it works for us because
that's good.
Yeah, it works for us because of the fact that you're not gonna, if you forget Sonia's name, you ain't gonna forget Sonia. You know what I mean? Like you're just gonna remember. So it definitely helps our branding. There being two of us, and we're not conventional in the way that we look, and not purposely we did it. All these tattoos that we bear, because we have it all over our back, she has all over her leg and all over her arms, right? It was when we were going through a painful situation, right? Originally, it was done off emotions, right? How we were feeling. So Sonia, when she's going through her separation, going through it, I'd go with her, and then while she's getting inked, I just got inked with her, you know what I mean? And anytime my husband would get me upset, I was like, I feel like getting inked, let me go get inked, right? But now, we've come to love it. That's not just when we're feeling down, when we're feeling happy, we go get inked, you know what I mean?
Ink meaning tattooed.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Exactly. Yeah, she's over there, right? So just us being twins, not looking the conventional, because even when we go to church every Sunday, right? And when we go to church, we don't try to hide our tattoos. We don't cover up. We go as we are.
And
you know what I mean? And they accept us for who we are. Like our pastor, and like it's funny because even our pastor, like when Sonia says to him, she tells him exactly what she's going through, exactly how she's feeling. Like he knows our mouth is foul like a trucker. You know what I mean? Like, but when we ask for prayer, we want you to pray for the real us. Yeah, so we don't try to be anything then we're not. You know what I mean? Like we are who we are, and we try to. And so when we go and we're branding ourselves, people look at us and they probably think that we're probably, at first we look at us, probably think that we're stuck up or this or that. And then when we speak, they're like, oh my gosh, they're so down to earth. They're cool, they're real. Because we just, like, I don't have any filter in my mouth. Like, whatever I'm thinking, it just comes out. Like, it just comes out. So, yeah, so it does definitely, us being twins, our names, just everything, it helps with our business.
Full circle.
Exactly. It helps with our business, it helps with everything. The Mirror Images, 715 by Mirror Images. And what that is Mirror Images is for us being twins, as well as we recognize that when women come to take their pictures, right, in our studio, at that point, that's the mirror image of when their mind, body, and soul is in sync, you know what I mean? And they're ready for this. So the mirror images go beyond just the twin explanation of it. It's about the women and our clients and who comes to us.
So obviously there are other people out there who have started other businesses, I mean, all around the world. But they're business partners, or they're siblings, or they're a parent and a child. So you guys really feel that being twins has helped you be more advanced than other businesses, for sure.
Yes, definitely. Yes. And then we have a partner that we can depend on and know that I have her back, she has my back.
Yeah.
And end of the day, even if we were we went to an event and we're upset by 2 seconds, we're talking, good. We're good, and we're good to go, and we're getting the job done. And so it definitely works to have a partner that you can trust.
Well, it sounds great. It sounds like you guys have the perfect partner for each other. You are watching REMIC TV. This is the elephant in the room. We are talking about twins. Go off, get a drink of water, walk the dog, have some lunch, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about all those questions you always wanted to ask twins, but you weren't sure how. See you soon.